I'm sorry for the messy hair today, but at least I'm not as messy as these trans activists who disrupted the annual conference being held by LGBT Alliance by releasing 6,000 crickets in the main hall. I don't know if it's just me, but I think it's so disgusting. I can't with insects, it's just... Ooh. I know it's obvious, but the intention behind the disruption was to end the conference, to end it early, because the trans activists believe it was a transphobic event. Why crickets? Why didn't they use spiders or cockroaches or... I don't even want to think about it. I just think it's such a stupid disruption. Like, did anyone even care? Here are the stunning and brave people who got escorted out by security.
You're a schmuck. That's what you are.
Do you have any comment? Are you with an organization? Why did you two release insects at this conference? What's your message to the public?
Let's go downstairs.
Silly maybe. We all goes. Last night.
Yeah, put him in the nightingale.
Again, it's so disgusting with the crickets crawling on them. Before I explain to you all what the LGBT Alliance is, and why did trans activists disrupt the event, why do they hate them so much, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. I'm so excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Fume. Fume is an innovative, award-winning device that delivers natural flavors without relying on electronics, vapor, or heat. Instead, it uses a passive diffusing system, providing a safe and enjoyable way to keep your hands and mouth busy. Best of all, Fume is not a vape and contains 0 nicotine, so it's not addictive. With a wide range of great non-toxic flavors such as orange vanilla and sparkling grapefruit, there's a treat for every taste bud. Since it doesn't need batteries, you don't need to worry about charging it. In my opinion, the two must-haves Fume accessories are the magnetic base that stores the device when it's not in use, and the topper, a chewable and reusable mouthpiece that gives a softer, warmer feel. I personally love the sleek, high-quality feel of Fume, and how it can be used as a fidget tool. Join the thousands of satisfied customers by heading to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com. Use code OffensiveTranny or scan the QR code on the screen here to get your free Fume topper when ordering your Journey Pack. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. We promote the rights of lesbians, bisexuals, and gay men as recognized by biological sex. Hashtag #SexNotGender. So it's a movement with gay men and women and also bisexuals who want to remove the T from LGBT. They want a divorce. And the reason why is due to radical gender or trans ideology. An ideology that claims that there are more than 2 genders, and gender is on a spectrum, it's fluid. The LGBT Alliance is fed up with the narrative, you're transphobic if you don't want to date and sleep with trans people. We see especially women being a part of this movement. Lesbians who have been shamed publicly for only being attracted to biological females.
We started LGBT Alliance after 3 years of trying to engage Stonewall to talk about issues of sex and gender.
Yes.
So when people say, oh, you set up LGBT Alliance specifically to split the movement, or you set up LGBT Alliance specifically to be horrible to trans people. No, we didn't. We set up LGBT Alliance to encourage informed, respectful dialogue on some of the most important issues of our time, which is, does biology matter? Does reason matter? Do facts prevail over feelings?
Interesting. In other words, the QIA+ activists have pushed these gays and lesbians into creating their own movement. I think it's interesting because you would assume the LGBTQIA+, as Bug Angel says, pee-pee poo-poo, I love him so much, would be a diverse space with so many different types of people, and that's the reason why they have added so many letters on the LGBT acronym. but it's not a diverse, open-minded space. What's so funny about all of this is how so many QIA plus activists, the ones who call themselves queer, are not LGBT, they're not gay, bisexuals, or trans. They're straight people with a political agenda. It's crazy how we see today LGBTQIA plus activists being so homophobic that they need to disrupt an event for gay people and for bisexuals.
And the homophobia is off the scale now. I get more homophobic abuse. By default, if you're same-sex attracted, because you're genitally obsessed, if you are that way, then you are inherently transphobic. Well, you can't win, can you? You just can't
It's a word
win.
game.
It's a word game.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you control the language, you control everything else that follows.
Yup, exactly. It's all about control. You know, 6 years ago, we could all agree how it's homophobic for a man to say to a lesbian, "You're not a lesbian, you just haven't met the right man yet. You just haven't sucked the right eggplant yet. Let's go to my place, I'm a lesbian too, ha ha ha." But today, it's acceptable for men to say the same things to lesbians as long as they identify as trans women. Today we're seeing men with wigs on and septum piercings telling lesbians the same things. And unfortunately, they get away with it. It's actually the lesbians who get shamed. Today, the narrative within the LGBT pee-pee-poo-poo is homosexuality is transphobic. Same-sex attraction is transphobic. I hate it so much. The conference got disrupted also due to the opinions about trans kids. The stunning and brave they-thems believe it's dangerous to advocate for banning child sex changes. Oh, the irony.
Friends are dying, our family is dying. Trans kids deserve better. Deserve dignity and voice and autonomy and respect and healthcare.
As you probably know already, trans activists believe giving children puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones is life-saving healthcare. I could go on and on talking about the side effects, talking about how unethical it is to transition children. But one thing I want to say is how so many from the LGB Alliance could be trans kids, could be on puberty blockers if they were kids today. Many of these people were androgynous when they were younger, when they were kids. The lesbians were tomboys, the boys, the gays, were feminine. And then they found out when they got older that they were gay and not gender dysphoric. And that's one of the biggest reasons why this movement exists. And as someone who has transitioned, I completely understand. Do I agree with the LGB Alliance? Do I support them? I agree with 70 to 80% of what they say. I do not fully agree with them. I do not believe the T is the problem. I believe the QIA plus pee-pee-poo-poo is the problem. I agree that the activists and the people who represent the T today are ruining the acceptance, the LGBT acceptance, are ruining the cause. And that is why I make videos. That's why I've created this channel. I am trying my hardest to expose these people as frauds. And it's the majority of the T today, at least the ones you see in the media, who are not truly gender dysphoric, who are not truly trans. The real T is not the problem. Most real transsexuals do not agree with trans activism. So even though I don't agree that the solution to the problems we see today is to separate the T from LGBT, I still support them. Of course I do. And if they don't like me, that's fine too. I don't care. Because we don't always have to like each other, agree with each other 100%. It's actually impossible. In my opinion, we need as many people as possible to talk about this stuff. To especially talk about the children and women's spaces. I don't really care if I don't fully agree with people, us normal people who want this ideology to stop spreading all across the West. We all need to stand together, no matter who you are. Speak up. That's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Fume, and I'm so excited to see you in the comments. Peace out.